Lil Parker. Hey, I'm that same old buddy with the steez.
What are some mistakes that companies make when marketing to their prospects?
Well, I think the biggest one is that they don't understand the target audience, right? So if you're have a specific market that you're trying, or audience or persona that you're trying to target, and you don't speak the language, you don't address their pain points, it's going to be very challenging to sell your product or sell your service to that target audience. So that's number one, that having that really narrowing down, understanding who your target audience is. So knowing your target market. And another one is that, especially for businesses that start off, is that broad market approach, like, right, like they want to be everything to everybody. And really the most effective way is to niche down, figure out a very small section of the target audience that you want to reach, and then market to that niche audience. And then from there, you can kind of grow and balloon for success. No content, that's the biggest one. Once you figure out your target audience, your niche, really not having the content in order to attract people to your company, that's a big one, because you work so much harder to capture audiences, and so much harder for your sales team to sell if you don't have the right content, or if you don't have any content. So that's super important to have in your marketing bag. And then the content needs to be distributed. So it's nice if companies create content and create resources for their team, but you have to have a distribution strategy. And then lack of consistency. So a lot of times when you visit a website, they might have a blog post, but then they post maybe like once in a month, or even less. Sometimes it's less than once in a quarter. So lack of consistency, lack of the fact that you bring in people into your website on a regular basis, that will also hurt you. So some mistakes that companies do.
Definitely. And in terms of content, could you tell us a little bit about so at Parade, what kind of content do you create?
So as a company, you have to have a diversified content strategy. You can't have just, I'm going to only focus on blog posts, or I'm only going to create pictures. You have to have a mix of different content pieces in order to distribute this through different channels. And also you have to think about how your prospects or how your target audience is traveling through your marketing channels, right? So your marketing funnel. So you have to create content that fits these marketing funnel sections. So from awareness to engagement to conversion, you have to make sure that you have content pieces for all of this. So it's not just one thing that you have to focus on. You have to generate different pieces to fit all of these steps that the prospect might take.
Okay. And why is social media important?
Well, I think social media is important for different reasons, right? So you have people who volunteer to follow you. They want to hear the news. They're already engaged with the company. At some point, they heard about you. That's why they follow you, your presence. So you have that interested audience. And then when you post things to your social media, this is where you can capture this interested audience and provide them with information about your company, or about the product that you provide, or about the benefits that they can expect by utilizing your tool. And then, so obviously you're building out visibility, you're building out loyalty and trust in your business. And this is also sometimes a tool for companies to do customer service, right? Like when you look at airlines and the feedback that they receive, sometimes this is negative feedback, but this is a way for them to kind of control the conversation, and they can redirect it to people who can best address the issue. So social media is extremely important for your business presence, visibility, awareness, and just capturing the audience that you want to speak with.
Yo, Parker. Hey. I'm that same old body with the steez. In a baked outfit, got a shark on the hood of my top and the ape of my tee. Been a min since I linked with the bro, said link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about